Starfighter. You have been recruited by the Star League to defend the frontier against Zur and the Kodan Armada. Get ready? Prepare for blastoff.
Victory Death Starfighters, my name is Carlin Jones, and this is a Starfighter full movie podcast. And today is a very special episode, because we are watching Harry Potter, the Prisoner of Azkaban. And who other would I watch it with than my really good friend, who is a Slytherin, might I add, a proud Slytherin, although we kind of don't claim her, but she's a Slytherin. Noor, how's it going?
Going good. This has been a long time waiting for me and you to watch Harry Potter together.
So I've decided that since for the premise of the podcast, and I do generally love Harry Potter movies, and obviously the premise is watch movies I don't care about to find an understanding. I would say maybe I feel that there is no reason to watch Harry Potter films if it's not on TV and if it's not like a holiday, then I won't go out of my way to watch it.
Well, I think I would disagree with that, considering this is like my favorite movie of all time. Like The Prisoner
of Azkaban?
No, Harry Potter in general.
Oh.
Like if I had to pick between the 8 movies, I would say Half-Blood Prince is my favorite. But whenever anyone like asks me what my favorite movie is, I just say Harry Potter, like all of them. And ever since the movies ended up on Crave for Canada, without exaggeration, I think like at least every like month and a half, every like 4 to 6 weeks, I legit just sit and watch them. So like I never need, like, you literally just call me and say you want to watch Harry Potter and I'm always down. Well, I don't need there to be on TV or like a holiday or
you're
anything.
A special case. For a lot of people who don't know, Nor, describe your room to the viewers out there and try not to make it sound as creepy as it actually is.
I don't think you want me to describe my room. I think you just want me to describe my Harry Potter collection.
She has not only posters everywhere. There's not even a wall. There's no space for a wall. It's just posters. There's bobbleheads.
Exaggerating.
We're
exaggerating a little bit.
I swear, she took a picture of her closet, and I swear I saw like a some sort of sex doll. And it had like a really bad Snape wig.
No. But I do have a bit of a Harry Potter collection started. I do have a Harry Potter tattoo. I've been to the Harry Potter studio twice in London. So like, yeah, I would agree with Carlin saying that I am a special case when it comes to Harry Potter, just for my love for Harry Potter. So you literally call me and you're like, let's do it. But one thing, and you like when you ask me like what film I'm at, I cannot watch the Harry Potter movies out of order. So if I feel like, so like if ever I'm like randomly like, you know what, I really want to watch like the Half-Blood Prince, I can't just put it on, watch it, and like move on with my day. I'd have to start from the beginning, watch all the movies, and I can't just stop at the Half-Blood Prince. I'd have to continue and like watch the last 2 as well. So anytime like I'm feeling, it makes perfect sense. Like you just have to watch it all together back to back.
No, there's definitely a few Harry Potter movies that I skip purposely because, well, let's say after the 3rd movie, the directing of the movies were vastly different. I feel like they got a whole new. I felt like after that 3rd movie, Harry Potter had officially become like this franchise household name, like up there next to Star Wars. Like, okay, more money put into it, more of these actors, more of the producing side, directors. We're gonna get this well-known director to do it, who's done all this stuff, and it's just it kind of, I don't know. They're Harry Potter films, right? They all tell a cohesive story, I guess, but they all look so different. You can look at one scene from a movie, and you don't even have to see like the actors, how old they are, and you can tell exactly which Harry Potter movie it is.
You can.
So
I agree, you can.
I just feel like there's no reason for me to watch them in order, especially when they're just so, at least to me, they're so different.
They are, and like, I agree with what you say. Like they are very different and all that. But just as like a fan, I just can't just be like. But that's another thing. Like I don't think I've ever been like in the mood to just watch one specific Harry Potter movie ever. In all honesty, like I've never just Really?
Goblet of Fire. That's like I can put that on rotation all day because I feel like that's when the lore of Harry Potter really
Begins.
shines.
It does. No, like I've never like again with Half Blood Prince being like my favorite. I've never had like the urge to just watch one specific Harry Potter movie. I'll just be in the mood to just watch Harry Potter in general, which is why I think I've adapted this thing where it's like I just have to start it from the beginning, right? So like I started watching like you know, anytime I don't have anything to watch or I'm giving a break between shows or stuff like that, like my comfort shows or my movies is what I usually watch until I'm like ready to start something new. And Harry Potter is definitely one of my comfort shows. So I had started the series and like for the purpose of your podcast, I was willing to start all the way from like the beginning and like watch at least the Sorcerer's Stone. But no, like I started the series a few days ago and now I'm on Prisoner of Azkaban, so like gotta continue with it.
We're gonna get into all of that when we watch the movie, and I'm excited because listeners, you're listening to two insanely crazed Harry Potter fans, but Noor is like on that side of I don't even know how to describe it. You're like a huge Harry Potter fan, but you're like I feel like you don't think outside the box of what Harry Potter could be and what it should be. Me,
No.
on the other hand, I feel like Harry Potter should have mentioned drugs, sex, all this stuff. And I feel like that's what was actually going on in the books and in the movies. They just didn't show it. And I can't wait to point that stuff out.
Interesting. Yeah, no, wait. Like I honest to God cannot like imagine Harry Potter any other way than the way that it is now.
I can. I imagine Harry Potter black every day. Okay. You know what we're going to do? Once we start it, we're going to recast this entire movie.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, so Starfighters, if you want to watch this movie along with us, well, as Nora said, if you're Canadian, if you live in Canada, Harry Potter movies, all, how many are there? 7?
8.
Okay, yeah, 8. There's a 2-parter. All 8 movies are on crave.com. If you're in America or anywhere else where, you know, movies are appreciated, you can watch it on HBO Max.
Well, Crave is HBO Max for like my Americans that didn't know that. Crave is basically HBO Max put together, but we just call it Crave here.
Stop your lies. Okay,
I'm not.
We're going to start this movie in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. For a moment, I'm like, I don't remember the movie starting off with a black screen, and I'm like, oh yeah, he's in his room.
So, I was gonna ask you, did you ever watch the reunion?
No, I didn't see a point to it.
Oh my God, you should watch it. It is so good. I cried. I bawled my eyes out.
Well, here's the thing about Harry Potter, and I will see now. I've been listening to that other girl's podcast. I've been using her slang. I will die on this hill for the opinion I'm about to say right now. I feel that Harry Potter in itself doesn't really deserve a reunion. In order to have a reunion, the movies have to be missed, right? Because I don't think ever, and I mean like ever, since the movies came out in theaters, there was never a period where no one saw them less than or more than a year. It was always on TV. It was always in theaters. You get what I'm saying?
I do, but also so much time has now like been passed. So like we're right now entering almost the 20th anniversary of the Chamber of Secrets, because last year was the anniversary for Sorcerer's Stone. It's been 20 years.
I get that.
So like they did a reunion after 20 years. Like the reunion was for the Sorcerer's Stones like movie. But if you really think about it, the books have been out much longer, right? But we're just going based on obviously movies.
Right.
You know what gets me? Sorry, side note, that the fucking aunt is Mitch Trenchbull from Matilda. That literally gets me. Oh, is she? Time. Yeah.
I never noticed her like that.
Yes, that is Miss Trenchbull from Matilda.
It must be the hair.
Sure. Yeah.
I can hear the accent.
Now you can't unsee it though, can't you? Like
I
you could
still
see
can't
it.
see it. I honestly still can't. It's the hair that throws me off.
Oh.
She does have the body type. I guarantee you, she took off that outfit. She was still, because in Matilda she was like a shot put champion.
Yeah.
She would look pretty swole on camera.
I just still think that the reunion was like, it was nice. It was nicely done. They did like talk about each movie, and like obviously not all the cast was there. Actually, I think everyone that's alive was there.
Interesting.
I might have to maybe rewatch the. I loved the reunion. I think I watched it like 2 or 3 times, but like right when it first came out, I think I want to rewatch it a little bit later on. I liked it. I thought it was really nicely done. I think you should watch it.
No, I won't. It's just there's no reason to. There's literally hasn't. I don't think I've ever went a full year, and not even like a full 10 months in my life where I just didn't watch Harry Potter. So it was always there. There was no missing it because it was just always there.
But
Warner Brothers
even,
didn't allow people to miss it, like how movies are attend to. When a movie comes out, you wait at least 2 years or so, and then have people miss it. Harry Potter was never like that.
But I don't think that a reunion always needs to be, for it being missed, right? Like, we obviously haven't had a Harry Potter movie in so many years. There hasn't been anything new added to the story, to the books, to the movie, to the franchise. I mean, other than the Cursed Child, but I really don't ever count that.
There's been a lot of stuff since then.
I'm not talking about like the video games and like all that kind of stuff. Like, I'm just saying, like, there wasn't a 9th movie, a 10th movie, or anything like that, right?
But that stuff counts.
Sorry?
It counts. The video games count. Every year they drop a new video game.
Right. Like, I'm not saying that Harry Potter is dead, obviously, because as you said, it's being played on TV so much. People are still talking about it. People are still loving it. There's the video games. There's the Cursed Child now. It moved from London and now it's in Tokyo, Toronto, and New York. So, like, they're expanding that. I get that. But what I'm trying to say is that you're saying that the no point of the reunion because it's not being missed.
Yes.
I think, right. But in some ways it is not being missed, but like the reunion was something like new to look forward to. You know what I mean?
Basically just content.
Like, it was content, but it was really nice to like see this, the cast all together, and like it was shot in the Warner Brothers studio in London. So like for them to even go through the sets, and like it was just really nostalgic, and it was just really nice to see, considering we haven't had a movie in a very long time, and we're never going to get another movie. But like we get a video game every year.
You're forgetting about the other movies too, the Fantastic Beasts.
Don't even get me started with those movies.
That's still content, and it's still a part of the timeline.
I cannot stand the Fantastic Beasts movies.
And best believe you're going to get 3 more movies.
I cannot stand those movies. And like my sister hasn't seen them, so like recently she's been asking me to see them. So we watched the first one a while ago. We're like halfway through the second one. The only one that I would say is like half decent, it would be the last one, the Secrets of Dumbledore. But even that one's not that good of a movie.
Right. That was a interesting thing about Harry using his magic. But I would have been kicked out of Hogwarts so fast. I would have been using my magic in just day-to-day shit.
So, kids that come from like full like wizarding family, like purebloods, whenever their kids do magic, they never get like pinned, because the parents could just play it off as if like I did it. You know what I mean? Because the pain just comes from like a location, and they could see like who lives there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Kids, yeah. So like the Weasleys or the Malfoys, because they are like purebloods and both parents are wizards, if their underage child does magic, they wouldn't necessarily get in as much trouble, or even if any, because it could just play it off as if it was the parents or somebody older doing it.
I don't
But
understand. That doesn't make any sense though.
what do you mean?
And now I'm thinking of this Harry Potter world as a whole because it exists in this so-called Muggle world. What are we hiding from?
That I mean, if I had magical powers, I don't know, like I'd want to show it off, but I also feel like the government would be up my ass.
Show it off, help people. This is basically Wakanda all over again. You know what I'm saying? You just
When they have like the power and the resources to help the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I know Wakanda.
And it's all thanks to Dumbledore. I hate Dumbledore as a character. I really do.
Definitely not one of my favorites. So
yeah, he's awful. The actor who played him in the first movie, I thought he looked so good. Like he looks so like the part of Dumbledore.
yes, I do agree. I do agree that the first Dumbledore was definitely more Dumbledore, but I don't mind the second one as well.
Jesus, Noor.
Sorry. I feel like the thumbnail for this podcast should be my Harry Potter collection. So people could see it.
Yeah, why not? Or maybe
just
you know what? I wonder, what's your favorite collectible of Harry Potter that you have?
Ooh.
Okay,
That's a
calm
really
down.
hard one.
No, never mind. Don't even answer.
Oh no, now I'm thinking about it. Okay, I actually do have one of my favorite, like my favorite thing. My sister got it for me for Christmas last year. It is Tom Riddle's diary. It's a replica.
Oh yeah, that's
with the basilisk fang going straight through it, and it's on a stand. It is literally my favorite thing. Like when I opened the box last year for Christmas, I nearly cried, fainted, screamed all together because that was one piece that I always wanted in my collection, and she got it for me. It's my favorite thing.
Tom Riddle's diary.
Yeah, with the basilisk fang going through it. I'll send a picture to you after.
Would you say that's your favorite piece of lore? Like if you were to if J.K. Rowling were to give you any set piece from the movies, what would it be?
Any set piece from the movie, I'd want the door to the Chamber of Secrets.
The door from the two. You want like a whole door, like that whole thing?
That thing with the snakes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want that.
Where are you gonna put it?
Don't worry about it.
Makes literally no sense. You're gonna have the FBI watching you.
So,
like, what is she hiding in there?
That is what I want.
I think I would have. It's kind of tough. Maybe I would take like I would want something very small. Something that's like not a big deal, but still has like a lot of meaning.
Either that or like Snape's like wand, like one of the original wands that were actually used on set.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Because like Snape's my favorite character, and like, I wouldn't want his like cloak. I wouldn't want his. Yeah, I would want his wand.
So let's talk about Azkaban, because that shit doesn't make any sense either, now that I think about it.
Okay. What doesn't make sense?
What is it?
It's a prison? Wizarding prison?
Okay, so did Sirius Black ever really murder anyone?
No. So Sirius Black was like framed for the murder of 12 Muggles.
That's right.
And Peter Pettigrew, because all that was left of him was his pinky.
Right, of course.
Right. But it was really Peter Pettigrew that killed the 12 Muggles and changed himself into a like rat and like kind of cut his finger off, or something went wrong with like the spell, and like all that was left of him was his pinky. Um, but that's because he had transformed to his like to the rat,
Right.
and that's how Sirius Black ended up being caught for the act.
So nobody in the wizarding world thinks Azkaban is a morally sickening to have that as
It's
a
a
prison.
it's a what?
That so like for an example, um, in Japan, their prison system there is like horrible, horrible as in like nobody wants to go to prison to the point where their crime is so low for what they do to their prisoners, right?
Okay.
And I feel that Azkaban, you're just locked up, chained up. You really don't really have any room to move, and every so often you have a Dementor sucking your face off. Morally, people don't have a problem with that.
I don't know. Like that's the prison world in the wizarding world. It is what it is.
But that can't be the only prison system or jail system. There's just Azkaban. There's no jail.
That I don't know. They've only ever really mentioned Azkaban.
See, all this stuff is interesting, and I feel like nobody's really probe it. And I honestly do feel that Voldemort was fighting against the system because he was morally he had a problem with how things were run there.
Well, Voldemort just wanted to keep magic within like purebloods. That's really all he wanted to do. He just wanted wizards to be from um, like pure-blooded families.
And let me ask you something: why would he want that? Because I feel like I know why, and I think it's very relatable to what's happening over there in Russia and Ukraine.
Why Voldemort would want to just
Have only
it's
pure bloods and no
it's
more
kind
mudbloods.
it's kind of like back in the day when the royals would marry cousins or marry family members to keep the bloodline within the family. I feel like that's the same idea. Like he just wants to keep like pure blooded like wizards in the wizarding
Interesting.
world.
Interesting. I don't think it's that at all.
Oh, how do you see it?
I see it as so from what history has taught us in the world
Okay.
that, and this is what's happening over there in Russia and Ukraine and why Russia invaded. It's because once you invade a country and you, I guess, you dominate them in terms of their culture, their, I guess, reproduce system, like people having sex over there is mostly Russians. That mudblood side of it, or for, I guess, Voldemort's case, that pure blood is eventually over a course of a century is going to disappear. There's not going to be any more pure bloods. And because of that, a lot of history is going to be lost. A lot of, well, it's mostly just history. And I would say probably maybe even 1,000 years from now, there might not be any magic people around.
But that's also kind of the same thing as what I said with keeping like the bloodline in the family for the royals. Because if all the royals start marrying non-royals, it would go against certain rules. Then they couldn't reign, they couldn't do
Right.
this, they couldn't do that, and then there would be no monarchy. Kind of the same idea,
Right.
right?
Right. So technically,
Right?
you would be Voldemort's army. Technically, from what your point of view is, I know this for a fact, Nora.
I mean, are you asking me if I agreed with Voldemort?
Listen, I'm pretty sure no one agrees with the the extremeness of what Voldemort was doing.
Right.
But for you, because you've told me dozens of times that you do not want to date outside your race.
Oh Lord, why do we every podcast bring up my like
Because
dating
it's
life,
so
life, like
relevant right now. That's what this is. That's
yes,
what Voldemort is
okay,
fighting for.
that is true. I would rather date
So you're a Death
and
Eater.
marry.
I can't believe
Sure,
you're a Death Eater.
sure.
You betrayed me.
Well, name a Slytherin that didn't go bad.
What are you talking about? There's been tons of Slytherin who didn't go bad. There's actually, you can make a case, there are more Gryffindors who went bad. There are plenty of Gryffindors who are murderers out there. Just like with every other house. Just because, you know what it is? It's just because of Salazar Slytherin and Voldemort, because of what they did was so heinous. It just casted a shadow over a house. People just immediately just think Slytherins are just bad people, when that's not true.
So the Lestranges were Slytherins; they were bad.
That's like saying Hufflepuffs are overweight,
but they're not. Hufflepuffs are kind.
Are they?
So, like, you know how, like, my second favorite, like, movies, or, like, at least in my top 10 is Mamma Mia. So,
Right.
like, the fact that Molly Weasley is the one of the best friends from Mamma Mia is just, like,
Oh yeah,
it's, like, amazing to me. How do you not... You know that that's the guy from Cruella de Vil, right?
Yeah.
Okay, like... Okay, you didn't know Miss Trunchbull.
No one knew about Miss Trunchbull. She looks 100% different. She has a different shade of hair.
Everybody knows that.
And it's literally been like almost 20 years since that Matilda movie and then this Harry Potter movie.
Right, but I could still tell that was her.
Well, Noor, you're a special case. You
Is that going to be your response for everything that I say?
But you are. You're a Death Eater. You're a Death Eater who... Imagine this. Imagine coming up to someone at Hogwarts and they say they want equality for all. They do this, they do that, and they love everyone. But then on your off hours, you're a Death Eater.
I don't know what to tell you.
How long have you been a Death Eater? Be honest. Be honest with me. No more lies.
How long have I been dead? I guess maybe since the minute I knew I was a Slytherin.
Oh my god. You've been lying to me this whole time?
Ooh, the sunset looks nice. Sorry.
I thought you were talking about the scene. I'm like, there's no sun in the sky.
No, I could see like the sun setting like through my like blinds, and I'm like, oh, it looks pretty.
Yeah, for anyone who follows Noor on Instagram, literally every day she posts nothing but sunsets.
I don't think anyone follows me on Instagram from your podcast.
Everyone does.
I don't think we've ever mentioned my Instagram handle.
Oh, what's your Instagram handle?
You know my Instagram handle. You tag me in a post like every single day.
I don't know it.
Yes, you do.
I'm gonna post something with you right now, and I'm gonna call you a Death Eater.
Of course you are. That's fine.
The world should know. Wait a second. Hold up. If you're a Death Eater, wait a second. Your parents love Harry Potter too, right?
Not as much as like me and my sister.
Okay.
But yeah, they have seen all of them. They watched it a few times with me.
Your sister. What house is she in?
Slytherin.
Oh, wow. So she's a Death Eater too, then? Is she?
I don't know. I've never asked her if she's actually ever agreed with Voldemort's.
Well, does she only date Middle Eastern guys?
No.
Wow. What is it like growing up in a household with you being a Death Eater and your sister not?
I don't know. Maybe we should ask her.
You should ask her.
Every podcast. I don't know. I think this is like my 15th podcast with you, and every single one we have always mentioned my dating life, my preference, my like
because it's relatable. It's relatable, and it's relevant to what we're watching always.
I don't know how you always twist it to make it relevant and relatable, but sure.
I twist it to put you in a positive light, so our followers can, our listeners can grow to love you.
So when you go to like the London studio, the part where they have the
oh hell no,
Hogwarts Express, you can actually walk like through the train, and every like cubby or like room is like they left it the way that they had it from like each movie. So like the first one from Sorcerer's Stone has like some like candy and stuff like that. And like,
what is that? What are Dementors? I would have decked that thing in his face so fast.
They do tell you what Dementors are.
They're not a part of the living or the dead, right?
No, they're not.
My boy Harry can't catch a break. Of all the people on that train, he went for Harry, or it went to Harry. I don't know what that thing identifies as.
They're soulless creatures, basically. Yeah. What is a Dementor made out of?
Candy. It looks like a giant piano that no one wants to break open.
You know the I feel like I'm gonna be telling you like, well, let's
Look
see
at
if you knew this one. Actually, I'll wait till the character comes on screen and ask you if you know who that
yeah,
person is
please,
in
because
a
I
different
want to
movie.
talk about Professor Lupin right now.
Mm-hmm. What about Professor Lupin?
This is again. This is all right. I'm gonna start counting them. This is strike one, and this is we're talking about just this movie alone. This is strike one of how dumb Dumble Doofus is. Why on earth would you hire a teacher who puts children at risk?
So clearly you've never read the books.
I read the first three audiobooks.
So Prisoner of Azkaban is one of them. So I would have to
Yeah,
say
I would.
Prisoner.
Is it? I didn't
I
know.
It is. I would have to say Prisoner of Azkaban is actually my favorite book.
That's what
The
everyone says.
the
That's
amount of like information that is missed from the movies, I think it is so like
really. I thought
sad.
it was pretty much the
Yeah.
same when I first read
No.
it.
So you're saying about Professor Lupin. So Professor Lupin was actually a student at Hogwarts
They all
when
are.
they all
They all
Carlin,
were.
Carlin, let me explain, please.
Go for
He
it.
was a student there, and once a month around the full moon, he would take a few days off of school because he would change into the werewolf,
Oh my
right?
god,
And
you're proving my point. No,
no, but Dumbledore knew this.
I know he knew it. That's my point.
He knew it, but did you know that the Shrieking Shack was made for him to go there? Like, did you know that the Whomping Willow was made to do that? That to like whenever someone gets close to it to like kind of attack it so that they wouldn't see the hole to get to the Shrieking Shack.
There,
That was the whole point.
that's
Dumbledore did
that
that.
doesn't
So
matter, Nor. It
Lupin,
doesn't matter. Why would you hire someone who potentially puts his children at risk?
because he well
Let's just call a spade a spade. Dumbledore was
no
looking to hook up with him.
he whoa whoa whoa
Okay, first of all, I
whoa.
come to a realization today that a lot of people, whatever platform they have or whatever thing that they have in their life, they sometimes subconsciously use it in order as like either a pickup line or to get to know someone maybe a little bit more than a friendly level.
Okay.
This is what he's doing. That's what he's doing. There is absolutely no reason out of all. I'm pretty sure Lupin was not the only person who applied for this job.
No, Snape applies for it every year.
Exactly, right? So I'm
Right.
sure
It, there,
let's ballpark. Let's say there's 10 people. I'm pretty sure there's 10 people every year that apply for it. Why would Lupin be the front runner of that? It's bias.
it's not necessarily bias. It is also like, trust and just making sure that he has his like
Trust.
potions
Oh my
and
god.
having his everything like, under control. Like so like what? You're not going to hire somebody just because they have some little issue?
If it will potentially ruin the job and kill children, yes, I will not hire them.
Hmm.
Isn't that what Hogwarts is about? Learning and protecting the student?
It is. I think that he just like trusted Lupin
He's stupid. That's
and that
strike
he
one.
was, okay with it. And also, so in the movies, they found. Sorry, that's my favorite quote. So in the books, all the teachers did know about Lupin.
What is this shit? Why does he always give these pep talks and is like depressing as fuck to start the year? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay.
I just
so,
always
like, you know how
notice
like
that.
in the movie, the like potions was missing from Snape's like closet or like potions or whatnot, and he didn't know exactly who was stealing it, so he thought it was Harry.
Yeah,
but it was actually Lupin making his like potions and stuff.
So
in the
he's stealing from the school. Now he's stealing.
Right, but in the books he wasn't, because in the books all the teachers knew about Lupin's condition. Snape was in on it. Snape had to make him his potion every like month or like on the time or whatever, just to make sure that if he was transitioning or didn't I don't remember exactly what the potion did. I don't know if it made it easy or he just didn't transition. Just to make it easier on him, and he would always make sure of it. So like in the books, like the teachers and the staff did know about Lupin's condition. In the movies they did it. So it made it even more like I guess shady on like Dumbledore's part, like he hiring him and not telling anybody about it.
This is strike one. It's strike one. There's no reason to hire that man. There's no reason to hire him.
Who is... Okay, so we know your favorite movie is Goblet of Fire. Mine is Half-Blood Prince. My favorite character is Snape. Who's your favorite character?
I don't know if I have one. Maybe the black guy. I don't even know his name.
Not Seamus. The other one?
You know what? He's in this freaking movie. He's in this movie.
Yeah, he's in every movie.
No, he's not.
Mm-hmm.
The plus size.
The one black kid.
The plus size black kid. He looks so black. He's purple.
Who's that?
We'll see him. He's definitely in this movie. I just now remembered. I don't know.
Okay, so here's the other character. Okay, this teacher, the divination teacher.
Yep. Yeah, here it is. This is the scene. He's in here.
Oh, I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like him.
Who is she? What recent movie did she play in?
This lady?
Yeah.
You can't expect me to know this. Look at her outfit. I'm sure she looks 100% different, whatever movie she played in.
She does. You know the new Cruella movie that came out with Emma Stone?
That's Emma Stone?
That's not Emma Stone, you idiot. That is
what incredible makeup.
That is one of the... Well, for people that didn't watch Cruella and you didn't watch Cruella, I don't want to ruin who she is in
no one cares about Cruella.
She's Cruella's like mom. So she's like the fashion designer, and she's like one of the main characters in the movie.
What a weird way to have a grudge towards puppies.
Not really. I don't like dogs.
Yeah. You don't like animals. That would be my biggest problem at Hogwarts. The whole... Matter of fact, great question. It's our first year at Hogwarts, Noor.
Okay.
What is your pet?
Owl.
An owl? Really?
Yeah.
Wait, doesn't everyone get an owl?
No. You get an owl, a cat.
But
I know Neville has a toad. I know Ron has like a rat.
He has a rat and an owl, doesn't he?
The owl's more like the family owl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so why would you get an owl then if you can have a family owl?
The third one, I think it's like any other like type of four-legged small animal.
It's anything. Have you played the apps? The Harry Potter Wizarding World app?
No, I don't.
So I was on there, and they try to use a lot of the lore from there, from the books. So my first year, and they said you can pick whatever pet you want, and you can pick from an owl, a mouse, a toad, a cat. They even had like a dog, which I'd never seen a dog like in the movies or whatever. And then they also have, which I've seen, or at least read it in the books. You can even have that spider thing.
Could you?
Yeah, absolutely. In the books, when I forgot, I think it was the fifth one, when Harry was on the train, they said something about like the girl who was like sitting next to whoever had like a pet tarantula thing.
I don't remember that.
I
But yeah,
feel
I'd have an
that.
owl. It's like I don't have to keep it like with me, as opposed to like what like the toad or a cat or anything
Oh
like
yeah, that's
that.
right. You don't have to take care of it. That's why you
I
want
don't
it.
have to take care of it. I could let it go and like it'll just come back. Like yeah, I just have an owl. And also owls are like so like I'm very spiritual. I'm into like crystals manifesting and like all that stuff.
Yeah,
And like
most Death
owls
Eaters
just
are.
hmm
I said most Death Eaters are.
right. And owls is just one of those animals that like we like in that like world. I don't even know what to call it. I would connect with an owl more based on like as opposed to those list of animals like cat, dog, toad, rat. Like I think I would just connect with an owl more. And the fact that they could turn their heads like 360 freaks me out, but I love it.
Yeah, I would want a mouse. I'm gonna call it Master Splinter. So can we say that Malfoy does not speak for all Slytherins when he bullies Harry Potter and his friends?
Yeah, cuz like not all like obviously like we were saying this before the like you're all right, not every single Slytherin is bad or not every single Slytherin, is like Malfoy and like Voldemort and all that kind of stuff.
It's like saying every Ravenclaw is a mute.
Right. And it's insane like every single Gryffindor is like brave when you have freaking Neville Longbottom, which like doesn't grow balls until like the last movie.
90% of Gryffindors are not brave.
Yeah.
They're stupid.
There's a lot of controversy as to like Hermione being a
Oh
like Slytherin.
yeah, that's right. Because her she was
She's
like
very
whispering.
cunning.
She was whispering to the Sorting Hat, wasn't she?
No, I don't think that she was.
Oh, that was
Um
Harry.
it was Harry. But so like I personally think that she should have been in Ravenclaw because of how smart she is, and Ravenclaws are known to being smart. But I could also see how she could have been a Slytherin because of how smart she was. She was able to like either cheat the system or go about rules or be cunning, that kind of stuff, which is a Slytherin. Um Ron, I could honestly see
She would
more
have
as like
never
a
fit in as a
Hufflepuff.
Slytherin. She would never fit
No,
in.
I'd see him more as a Hufflepuff, like being that like quiet, nice kind of guy. I think it was literally just the family name, and like all the other ones have been like into Gryffindor, and they put him into Gryffindor.
That sucks.
Like because Neville, I can't see as a Gryffindor. Like I'd see Neville as like a Hufflepuff.
What was Hagrid? Did he even go to Hogwarts?
He did,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then
He did.
I don't know.
He didn't have one. He was like this.
Let's Google it.
Yeah, Google that. I was always so interested in this animal, whatever creature this is.
Buckbeak?
Yeah, because it looks like an Articuno, if you know Pokemon.
No, I don't.
And Articuno is like my favorite kind of Pokemon. It's basically it looks exactly like this, only it's all blue, and it breathes ice.
Oh, Hagrid was a Gryffindor.
Why?
Oh, so apparently Hogwarts house was never mentioned in the books, but given his kindness, noble nature, and bravery, it may not come to as a surprise that he would have been a Gryffindor.
I never understood that. I never understood the whole like, oh, if you're cunning, you're here, or if you're smart, you're here, you're this and that. It's like horoscopes, and I don't believe in horoscopes whatsoever because they're too broad. You saying that this person is smart, they should go to Ravenclaw. It's just saying that no one else is smarter than these people, which is not true whatsoever.
It isn't true, and like as someone that does like horoscopes and like astrology, like horoscopes in general, when people say like, oh, your horoscope for today is like this and this and this and this, that stuff I don't like read into. I do read more into like my birth chart that goes beyond my sun sign, so my moon sign, my rising, my Venus is my Mars,
Oh
all
my
that kind of
god.
stuff. And a fun fact is that when you're reading your horoscope in any like nature, whether it be like on a post or like a video. I know in the newspapers they used to put it at the very last page, like what your horoscope for that day would be.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't actually read what it is based on your sun sign. You should read it based what's on your rising sign, because you identify more as your rising sign than your sun sign. So like all these years, like I'm a Libra sun, I'd always read my Libra. But up until a few years ago when I realized that it goes beyond that and I'm a Scorpio rising, I read the horoscopes based on Scorpio. Now, I take
Wow.
it with a very, very grain of salt because I don't think that like what it says is going to apply to every single Scorpio rising. But if I ever do happen to read my horoscope, I go by my rising sign now.
Who do you stay away from in terms of like their signs?
I think that every single sign has a pro and a con, so I can't just say like, oh, I stay away from this or stay away from that.
What? You're a
I
Death Eater. You're supposed to.
There are some signs that have known to be on the crazier spectrum.
Look at this guy.
And there are some signs that I just don't have around me, so I just don't know how like they actually are. But I wouldn't say that there's signs that I stay away from. Like there's no sign like if I'm let's bring my dating life back into this. Like if a guy tells me he's a Virgo, it's like a complete no. Like that has nothing to do with anything. Now, I do believe that sign compatibility is a thing, but I don't
If it
use
was a
that.
thing, Hermione wouldn't be with Ron.
Yeah, no, I feel like Hermione should have been with Harry.
No, not even that.
Who do you think she should have been with?
Easy. Ginny. You saw the way they were looking at each other?
Oh, right.
I'm serious.
That's fine.
Oh, look at this. I honestly felt like the Fantastic Beasts movies shouldn't exist, and instead we need solo movies based on the ghosts of each house. That would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Especially what's his face?
Nearly headless Nick.
No, not him. The
Peeves.
whoever that ghost was that was also has a story tie into the Hufflepuff ghost about her daughter. You know what I'm talking about?
I think you're talking about Peeves. I think Peeves is the ghost that's constantly mentioned in the books.
No.
And like
It's not Peeves.
always...
It's not Peeves.
Oh.
I think, or at least I don't think it's Peeves. The story was I want to say it was the Slytherin ghost or maybe the Ravenclaw ghost, whatever guy ghost there was. He was he was doing something to assassinate whoever, and he accidentally killed the woman he loved, which was the daughter of the ghost from Hufflepuff.
Oh, I don't remember this.
Yeah, and the lady from Hufflepuff was like, she always wanted to reconnect with her daughter and stuff like that because of what happened in the past. But then she never got the opportunity because he killed her. And he was like so heartbroken by it, he killed himself. And that's how he became a ghost. And then now, because obviously ghosts in the wizarding world.
Well, do you know actually how they become ghosts?
Yeah.
Like they actually stay?
Yeah.
How?
It's because they have a goal to reach before they can ascend to the afterlife, right?
No. So when actually Dumbledore died, Harry was always wondering, and also when like
Why the fuck would he
Sirius
get a
died,
ghost?
like,
Dumbledore doesn't need a ghost.
well, Harry was always wondering as to why they didn't get ghosts, right? Like, why didn't their like ghosts come back to Hogwarts?
Because he's fucking useless.
I think if I remember correctly, you have to leave behind something in Hogwarts. Like you have to have done something in Hogwarts before your death for your ghost to end up there. If I remember it correctly, it had to do something like that. And apparently Dumbledore didn't do that prior to his death, which is why his ghost never...
No way. There's no way that's it.
Let me Google it because I think it's something along the lines of
Google
that.
it because it's about them being stuck there until they help someone with something, whether if it's them reconnecting with a past event or something, or them helping someone else who won't make the same mistake they did. I really feel like that's it. I remember reading that. I need more comfy headphones. Okay, so as you're
I can't
researching
find
that,
it.
I'll find it. As you're researching, or as I'm gonna research this makes the perfect segue of honestly what I think is like a top 10 scene in all of Hogwarts films. This right here. It's so freaking cool.
I do like this scene too.
So
Why did Dumbledore not?
it's not even not why did Dumbledore not? It's why do ghosts stay as ghosts? Why do people stay as ghosts in Harry Potter world? Here, I'll look it up. But what is your boggart turning into? If a boggart were to come up to you, what would it turn into?
Well, I would say one of my biggest fears is dogs, so it turned into a dog.
Get the fuck out of here.
Well,
A dog? So if Beethoven were to spawn out of that closet, you'd be terrified?
who the fuck is Beethoven? The pianist?
Beethoven. You don't know who Beethoven is?
Yeah, the guy that played the piano.
No, Nor.
Don't tell me it's a dog.
You never seen the Beethoven movies?
No, I don't like dogs.
Beethoven's a dog, and he had like 20 movies. I don't know what mine would be. Maybe it would be a spider, maybe. See,
No,
Professor
never
Lupin
watched those movies.
Lupin's so stupid for this. He thought really Voldemort was going to come out. He doesn't even know what Voldemort looks like. See,
He could have.
I hate that this was cut so short. I hate it. Why? Why are we stopping? We need good Gildor Lockhart. He was such a great teacher.
Said no one ever.
Said by me. He actually cared for the students.
Oh.
Bitch. Oh, excuse my language. I have no parents.
I thought it was really stupid that how she couldn't sign his permission slip. Like,
I have no parents.
yeah, he has no parents, and like she already knows the conditions of like the Dursleys that he stays with.
Yeah.
So like,
matter of fact, you put me there.
Thank you.
This is some bullshit.
Honestly, I think that she should have been able to sign him. Like, I don't think anybody there, maybe other than Malfoy, would have probably made like a complaint or said something.
Sign whatever. You don't gotta sign shit. Where's that cloak of invisibility?
Well, he doesn't have it yet. He gets it the next time.
Where'd it go?
He doesn't have it yet. Oh, the cloak of invisibility.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Marauders map. Sorry, like I don't know how I.
Why would he need a Marauders map to go into town?
Well, the reason why the twins give him the Marauders map is because there's secret tunnels from Hogwarts into Hogsmeade.
Like, you don't got to take secret tunnels if you got the cloak.
The cloak, yeah. I understand now. I don't know how I honestly
imagine how many women Harry has snuck into their dorms with that cloak.
Only you would think of something like that.
Everyone is thinking that. I'm just speaking it into existence. What is that?
So I was watching a Snapchat. My friend sent me, Carlin, I have to go to the bathroom. If I put my earphones down, is this thing gonna pause or is it just gonna keep going?
It might. So you should put it down and keep going and unpause it if it does.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Here we go again, Professor Lupin. I don't understand why Dumbledore still hires these. Every hire that he had for the defense against the dark art, people are saying that position is cursed. It's not cursed. Dumbledore is just a shit. Excuse me. He's a shit instructor who hires the worst fucking applicants. Makes literally no sense. I wonder what I would do on my off day at Hogwarts. Like, no school, no nothing. Everyone's gone. Oh, I'm 100% talking to the paintings. 100%. Move. What happened? Nah, that night. He's so fucking amazing.
I am back.
Yeah, so I was saying about Hermione's orgy. Oh, what? Oh, hey, Noor. So, anyway, back to the orgy conversation. I was just saying that I wonder what I would do on an off day where there's no classes, nothing happening at Hogwarts, and I would say half of the students are gone to like Hogsmeade, and I'm just there by myself.
I'd explore the castle.
I would hang out here.
And where?
There. I would talk to the paintings.
Talk to the paintings? Yeah, that could be something fun to do. But I would also like explore, considering the fact that there was that whole like Sorcerer's Stone was like hidden in that whole like I don't even know what the hell to call it. Like secret thing.
You're gonna get yourself killed.
No, I mean I wouldn't actually go out looking for three-headed dogs, but like the Chamber of Secrets, like with something hidden. Like I just explore. That's what I would do.
And you would get killed by a basilisk. This is strike 2. Dumbledoofus. Strike 2. This Lupin actually morphed inside the freaking school. Imagine if there was someone walking by late at night. Imagine that. Imagine the lawsuit.
Well, the only people that can actually see Hogwarts are wizards. It is like Muggles can't see it.
It doesn't matter. There's lawsuits. There's going to be lawsuits. I'm pretty sure there are lawyers in this wizarding world. And if my child dies because Dumbledoofus hired somebody who is not capable of controlling his transformation, I'm taking this whole school down.
Well, of course you are.
What are we doing? Why are we sleeping here?
Because the room was like tampered in.
All right, he's not there. Wait a second. They know what it is, don't they? The teachers?
Well, I think they haven't. It's Sirius Black.
That wasn't black, was it?
It was black. So in the books, the Neville being the person that always constantly forgets the password to the like common room, he had it written down, and when he was like outside, it like fell out of his pocket or something, and that's how Sirius got it, and he came in. And obviously Sirius has, been to the school, so he knows some like secret tunnels, secret ways, secret here and there.
There's no way he would go into Hogwarts and no one would see him. There's no way.
I feel like that is one of the loopholes that you could also talk about.
There's
that no
thousands of loopholes in the Harry Potter universe.
The biggest one, and I feel like, wait 1 second. One of my favorite scenes.
Oh my god! It would be something with Snape. Oh, watch this! All right, what he's about to say, I'm about to say something in retaliation to it. Watch this. Excuse me, Mr. Snape. What page is 394 on? See, that's pretty funny, huh? Yeah, I could see no one else than Alan Rickman playing this.
right?
I want to know. I want to see the audition tapes of all the kids who auditioned for Hermione and Harry.
I wanted to say they show their audition tapes in the reunion, but they don't show the other kids.
And
If I remember correctly.
Rightfully so. They're gonna have to pay for that, or
Yeah.
maybe depending on what.
Or like at least get permission to
Right.
use it.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, especially if it's other. Well, depending on what they sign to audition. Sometimes down here in Georgia, if you're auditioning for something within Marvel, and I know this because I have a friend who was casted on WandaVision. She told me that once you audition for it, you sign something that says you're stuck in that universe. As in all the interviews, if all the interviews you do, all the like casting tapes,
They own it.
Yeah, they own it. 100% they own it.
So anything with your face, name, anything related to it, they have access and the ability to use it.
Yeah. Free willing.
What's shooting down there right now for Marvel?
I can tell you if you really want to know.
I do, since I've like I saw what phase like 5 and 6 is going to be, and I'm pretty excited. So I just want to know like what's being filmed. I know Loki's being filmed, but I don't know if Loki gets filmed down in Atlanta.
Did I ever tell you that I was hired to work on Loki, but I didn't do it?
I'm going to strangle you over this computer.
I didn't do it. You know why?
Yeah, please tell me why.
It was Valentine's Day, and I was with Adriana. She has a favorite restaurant in Atlanta that's like all gluten free, and she absolutely loves it. Her mom got coupons and all that stuff. And then literally when I made reservations, because it's like a reservations thing, I got the call from a guy that I know to come in to work on it.
I would have dropped everything for Tom Hiddleston. Everything.
See, I could have, but that would have made my life even worse. To just back out on plans like that. There's always jealousy in the film industry, especially if your partner also works in it too.
I mean, I'm going to put myself in Adriana's shoes. If I was with you and being a Tom Hiddleston fan, Loki being my like absolute favorite character in the Marvel world so far, if you got the call to go work on it, of course I'd be jealous, but I'd be 10 times more pissed if like you didn't sneak a photo of him, or like if you got to meet him, like
and get sued.
Something.
No, thank you.
What do you mean get sued?
You 100% get sued. How I got
taking a picture?
Yes, how I got like my Walking Dead job was because of another grip took pictures of the actors on set, and they let them go.
I know when there's like TIFF here in like Toronto, like the volunteers, they're not allowed to take photos of like the like celebrities, and that they actually take their phones away from them when they're doing their shifts. But the one guy kept his phone somehow and ended up taking a picture with Madonna. And apparently he was fired. But then like when she heard about it, she was like, no, don't fire him. Like it was just one photo. Like it's not like a big deal. Like I get it. It went against policy. She's like, but like there's no need to fire him. And they actually just ended up keeping him. Like TIFF's only like 2 weeks here in Toronto. So like.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So I logged on to this My Union website and job listings of what's currently being filmed down here.
Any of them need like remote workers?
Remote workers? There are accountants on film sets. There are 100% accountants on film sets.
Seriously?
Yeah. There's a whole department.
I know
actually called
films
accounting.
I understand films need accountants, but like they're actually like on set, like they're not in an office somewhere.
So depending on the production, like let's say for example, it's Walking Dead. Since Walking Dead films in Sonoya, and it's so popular, they pretty much brought a big chunk of that land and they built their production offices there.
Oh, okay.
So wherever the accountants are, they would work there literally 10 minutes away from the actual set.
Got it.
Right.
All right, so what's being filmed there?
Okay. Let's see if I would know any of these. Episodics? What the fuck is this? Oh, it's a reality show. Oh, I don't like working reality shows. Ooh, what the fuck is this?
Reality shows are not reality shows, right? Like
they're filming something called Gotham Knights, or it hasn't been filmed yet, but they're gearing up to film it.
I'm tired of Batman.
Yeah, I'm really tired of Batman as well. Let's see, Gotham Knights. There's Made It in America. I don't know what that is. Filming's about to end for that. Single Drunk Females, whatever that is. Let's see. Anytime. Ooh, this is something interesting. The Night Before Christmas.
Seriously?
Yeah, that's something. The Resident, they filmed that here. Like, Jesus Christ, that's like on season 6. Swift Strike. They were filming all that DC stuff down here too. They filmed Blue Beetle and Black Adam. Family Affair. Wow. So I don't know if this is related to Stranger Things, but there's a show that's about to be filmed called. Oh no, this shouldn't be it. It's Apple Studios. It's called 11. For a moment, I thought it was like Stranger Things related.
Is Stranger Things filmed in Atlanta?
Yeah, it's like outside of Atlanta. Good grief. You see, I always love when Marvel is starting to film in town because everyone is trying to work on them, and that leaves people like me more opportunities to work on the smaller shows. It is.
What are you working on right now?
Right now, I'm just doing like corporate stuff.
Like what?
Like a Home Depot.
Oh.
Which is depending. I mean, not to bore you with the logistics of like the film stuff, but corporate gigs are so much better because it's easier on your body. Yeah. Tyler Perry.
Surprisingly, there's not much being shot in Toronto right now. Usually in the summertime, there's a lot. Like, I know Adam Sandler's here and he's filming his movie, but like, other
I gotta
than
go.
that...
I gotta use the restroom. I'll be back. Keep talking to the people. I'll be back.
Okay. I think this is the first time that I'm left alone on the podcast, so not really sure what to say. Honestly, always when me and Carlin do podcasts, we talk about everything under the moon and the sun other than the movie. So anyone that actually sticks around to the end of our podcasts, thank you. And I hope that you enjoy them because we honestly talk about everything under the moon and the sun possible. For anyone that's in Toronto, Matt Bomer will be in Toronto in August filming some TV show. And Jonathan Bailey? Like, are we talking Bridgerton here? Is that who plays? I think that is. Would you look at that? Yeah, that is the Anthony Bridgerton. I want to see like bloopers for Harry Potter. Like I feel like there'd be so many funny bloopers, and in the reunion, for anyone that has seen it, obviously there was bloopers, there was behind the scenes, there was them on set and all that kind of stuff. Like you've seen all those, but like how many, if anyone that's watching this is a Harry Potter fan, like how many of us would actually like would want to watch like bloopers? Because like I've seen the Friends bloopers, and it's like an hour and a half or like 2 hour like movie, quote quote, of just bloopers, and it's hilarious. And I would love to see bloopers for Harry Potter. I don't know if anybody else would be down for that, but I would love to see it. Especially when they were like kids, because like obviously like the attention span of like kids is like shorter, so like how often do they get distracted or like they say the wrong thing. I think it would be cute to see that. So I've been to the London studio twice, and I was just there in May. And as soon as I came back, they opened up a new set that now I have an excuse to go back again so I can see that new set. I am dying to go to the Universal Studios in Orlando and go to the Harry Potter world there. Because I know they have like Hogsmeade, like replica there. They have like Diagon Alley there, and like the rides and like Hogwarts made. It's like it's on my bucket list, like top on my bucket list right now to be able to go there and see that.
Nor no one's trying to listen to your dating life.
I definitely was not talking about my dating life. When you come back and you are listening to this podcast and you're editing it, you will see everything that I talked about.
I literally just walked in when you saying that's on my bucket list, and I remember you telling me weeks ago that being married to a Middle Eastern man is on your bucket list.
No, that's definitely not on my bucket list. I was talking about going to the Harry Potter world in Orlando in the Universal Studios. That is on my bucket list.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm still looking through it. I had a whatchamacallit, a chewable to take since my stomach was acting so bad today, and it finally did its thing.
When you said chewable, I thought you were talking about like an edible. I was like, we're admitting to doing drugs?
No.
Okay.
I'm pretty straight edge. I've never done a single drug in my life. There's just a lot of Netflix stuff being filmed over here.
Oh, there's so many things being like filmed here that I have no idea what they are. Other than like Handmaid's Tale and Adam Sandler's movie. I did not know Chucky was filmed here. I didn't even know there was a show, Chucky. But apparently there's a new TV show with Matt Bomer and Jonathan Bale, who is Anthony Bridgerton from the Bridgerton, and they're going to be in Toronto.
Your mic
that would
different.
Be a nice thing to see.
Your mic sounds different.
My mic sounds different? Why?
Okay, now it's good.
Oh, okay.
I think all their Marvel stuff literally just got done filming down here. Besides, Loki season 2, which I don't know where that's being filmed. Because I had a friend who worked on She-Hulk and Captain Marvel.
Yeah, see, She-Hulk and Captain Marvel are going to be two things that I do not watch. They just don't look good.
Kendrick.
Oh, but I cannot wait for Loki season 2.
There's a lot of stuff being filmed around here. More than I thought.
Oh, there's a lot of things being filmed in Hamilton. That's nice.
Stormwind, whatever that is. Sweet Magnolia season 3. I know what that is. The Innocent.
Okay, well, yeah, there's not a lot being filmed here. Usually there is, but...
Yeah, no Marvel stuff. Oh well.
What would your Patronus be?
Oh, I know this. Here, actually, let me log into. Since I'm just like on sites now, let me log into Pottermore because I know what my Patronus. I did the entire full quiz. I know what my Patronus is. I know what type of wand I have. Obviously, I'm Slytherin. Honestly, I actually know also who I'm going to marry in the Wizarding World. They gave that information out too, which I was a little surprised by the answer, but I mean, if it's God's will.
Who would you be with? You gotta share all this.
I would be with Cho Chang and Luna Lovegood.
I could see that.
It's both of them at the same time. That's what it said.
Right.
It's a poly what?
Amethyst. Polyamethyst. Polyamethyst.
Yeah, a polygraph. A polygraph marriage. Welcome to the new Pottermore? What the fuck is this? Okay. I'm trying to see, like, where are we in the movie now? Harry's learning the Patronus charm.
Yeah.
See, this is what I'm talking about. The whole, like, you don't really have to go to Hogwarts to learn this shit.
We were talking about loopholes. The biggest loophole in Harry Potter was when Harry got, like, bitten by the basilisk, and him being the seventh Horcrux didn't die there.
He got bit by the what?
The basilisk in Chamber of Secrets.
Oh, yeah, he should have died.
The Horcrux in him should have died then, and not when Voldemort quote killed him in part 2. And, like, you know, he comes back to Hogwarts with, like, Hagrid and everything like that. Like that. Yeah, that's like one of the biggest loopholes is the fact that he just didn't die when the basilisk bit him when he was in the chamber. All right, so what's your Patronus?
They got a lot of quizzes on here. My Patronus is let me sure I pronounce this right. A calico cat.
A cat. Okay, cute.
Whoa. What did you just say?
I said a cat. Cute.
It's not supposed to be cute, Noor. Cats are very vicious.
Okay, so vicious.
Ugh, it's my dog.
I don't know what my Patronus would be. Because, like, I feel like my favorite animal in the world is a cheetah. But I know that your Patronus has nothing to do with your, like, favorite animal. So I really don't know. Let me
it has nothing.
Let me see if I can find a quiz and see what my Patronus would be.
Go on Pottermore. Do you not have a login?
No, I never did Pottermore.
Why not? That's like literally where you go. That's like the legit quiz. Don't take anything else online. It's not like a real.
Well, let's just do one for the heck of it.
You want me to read it to you?
Off of BuzzFeed. No, I'll just do the one off of BuzzFeed.
That's not real.
I know, but let's just do it for fun because I literally have no idea what my Patronus would be.
I feel like your Patronus would be a beaver.
Why? Because I'm Canadian and the beaver is the national animal of Canada?
It is?
It is.
Wow.
It is. I'm not fucking with you.
Wow.
Oh, what the hell is this?
No, your Patronus would be a red coat. Those soldiers.
What's your favorite Hogwarts class? Who's your crush? Oh,
I can read this off to you if you want. This is a legit quiz. I can read it to you.
How many questions is it?
It's just 10 questions.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
But would you get an answer though for me?
What do you mean?
Like, are you doing the quiz? Like,
Yeah.
are we
It's
just...
going to be an answer. It's going to be an answer.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Go.
Question number 1. What form does Harry Potter's Patronus take?
A stag.
You sure?
Yep.
Not a doe?
Nope. Stag.
I feel like it's a lion. Okay. Next question. Question 2. When Harry saw his stag Patronus, I still say lion. When Harry saw his stag Patronus for the first time, it was described looking like
What are the options?
a lion, a cow, a bull, a horse. If I were you, I would pick cow.
A horse. How are these questions to determine what my Patronus is?
Hey, do not question Pottermore. Next question. In order to cast a Patronus, a wizard must concentrate on their happiest
memory.
Okay. Next question. When the first time that Harry produced a corporal Patronus, or when was the first time he produced a corporal Patronus?
Is there like multiple choice?
Yeah, it's all multiple choice. The first one says, while being taught how to cast Patronus by Professor Lupin.
Right.
While fending off a Bogart during the Triwizard Tournament. While fighting off Dementors in the Forbidden Forest. Or the last one says, while fighting off Dementors during the Quidditch match with Ravenclaw.
It's the first one, because he just did the Patronus.
Cheated. We just saw that scene. All right, question 5. Which of these magical creatures was Albus Dumbledore's Patronus?
The Phoenix.
Is it really a Phoenix?
Yeah.
What is with him and Phoenixes? He owned a Phoenix too.
Yeah.
Next question. Who was the first character we saw casting a Patronus in a Harry Potter book?
Oh, book?
Yeah. I have no idea.
I would still say Lupin.
Yeah. Answers are Lupin, McGonagall, Snape, or Dumbledore.
Lupin.
In Latin, what does expecto patronum roughly mean?
What are the options?
I await a patron. I summon an animal. I call for a sentinel. I wish for a guard. I took Latin in high school, and I remember absolutely nothing.
You're so much help. I would say B, I think.
I summon an animal?
Yeah. Because everybody's Patronus is an animal, so I feel like it has to do something with an animal.
I do feel that Latin does a lot of English words come from Latin. So if patronum, if that's a word in Latin, then patron would definitely be it. But you said B, so we're going with that.
Yeah, just stick with B.
Okay, a rare Patronus means that the Patronus itself is more powerful. True or false?
A what? A rare Patronus?
Yeah. Does that mean the Patronus itself is more powerful?
False. I don't think I've ever heard of anything as a rare Patronus.
A rare Patronus? Yeah, what does that even mean? All right, question 9. Which of these animals was the Patronus of Hermione Granger?
What are the options?
Badger, weasel, raccoon, or otter. I don't remember even seeing her
Hers
Patronus.
is an otter.
Isn't that like a Canadian thing?
Sure.
There's a hockey team called the Otters, Area Otters. And the last question is, while learning how to cast a Patronus, Harry was told by Lupin to concentrate on the happiest memory. What was the first one he chose?
Oh, fuck. We just watched this scene. What are the options?
Options are the moment he rode a broomstick.
Yes, that's the one.
Okay.
No, wait. No.
So you want me to keep reading?
Yeah. Keep reading.
Seeing Hogwarts for the first time. Oh. Finding out he was a wizard for the first time. and making friends with Ron and Hermione.
Yeah, this is the broomstick one. Yeah.
I thought it was like asking out Cho Chang, and then she said, "You can come over tonight."
It's supposed to be an actual memory, not a fantasy.
That is a memory.
Didn't happen yet.
Yeah, yet. Okay. Your Patronus is... Let's see. Oh, wait, you got some stuff wrong.
What did I get wrong?
You got 8 out of 10. Amazing. Lupin would be mighty impressed with your Patronus knowledge, and Dementors will be quaking in their boots. Oh, this wasn't a test to know your actual Patronus. It was just like a Patronus quiz.
I was wondering how any of this had to do with what my Patronus would be. These were literally like... Okay, what 2 questions did I get wrong, though?
I don't know. They didn't even show you.
They has to show you. Scroll down.
It's nothing there.
Okay, let me see if I can find a quiz on tell me what my Patronus would be, considering I don't know what you literally just tested my Harry Potter knowledge. That's all you did.
And you failed.
8 out of 10 is not a failure.
It is in Snape's class.
Okay,
is that McGonagall in your house?
That's what?
Is that person coughing?
I don't know, it's my mom.
No.
You can find out what your Patronus is. Let's see. What is my Patronus?
Okay. Yeah, this would be me in divination class. I would 100% be sleeping.
No, I got that right too. Why is there no quiz for me to do this?
Okay, yeah, I'll look it up and send it to your phone.
No, here, I found it. First of all, which Hogwarts house are you? Okay.
Tell them what you really are.
Slytherin. All right. Every wizard has a favorite subject in school. What is yours?
Oh, easy. Muggle studies for you.
No, I'm good. I do defense against the dark arts. Which of these classic spells is your favorite?
Hermione got an attitude.
Accio. You have some extra pocket money and decide to buy yourself a treat. What do you buy? Oh, a chocolate frog. Always.
Yeah.
When it comes to your Patronus, does size matter?
Oh, yes.
No, I want it to look intimidating. Who is your favorite character in the wizarding world? Severus Snape.
Oh my God. In
the perfect world, you want to use your Patronus to protect me from Dementors, help me communicate with other wizards, impress my wizarding friends. You've just finished your education at Hogwarts and you're ready to study your career. What are you going to be?
Tell them.
I'd probably work for the Ministry of Magic.
Exactly. Boo. That's what the government wants, Noor. Your
friends would describe you as... Okay, you know what? I'm going to let you answer this one. Intelligent, loyal, adventurous, witty, or driven.
I would not. Was there another option?
You asshole.
How about I would honestly say high standard-ish.
Carlin.
Okay.
There are 5... You know what? I'm answering it then myself.
What was the questions? What was the answers?
Your friends describe you as intelligent, loyal, adventurous, witty, or driven.
The first one.
Intelligent?
Well, you are an accountant, which means you do know calculus, don't you?
Thank you. No, I don't.
Oh, what? I made that answer based on you knowing calculus.
I had to take calculus in grade 11 and 12, but it was never like a course in like college or anything like that. So I have taken it. Do I remember it? Absolutely not. I prefer algebra over calculus. Oh, you're running late for something and have to move fast. How do you get there?
By moving my feet one after the other.
No, the options were like by like flying or Okay, hold on. Let's see. Let's see what my Patronus is.
Yeah, what is it? I knew it. It's a donkey, isn't it?
Oh my god, this is hilarious.
What is it?
No, it's a bear.
A bear? That is so not even what I would think when you're casting your Patronus. Not even close. Not even close. Wait
Right?
a second. How do you get a bear and I get a tiny cat? This is rigged. This is so rigged. This is, you know what? Don't even take any more of those quizzes. They're not true. They're not accurate whatsoever.
I'm dead. What's the thing is called Potter World, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. Let me see if I can make it.
Yeah, take that one. That one's more accurate. A bear, really? First off, no one in the history of the Wizarding World has gotten a bear as a Patronus. BuzzFeed literally made that up.
Oh, it wasn't BuzzFeed. I ended up doing some other random website because the BuzzFeed one was not working.
Yeah, there's no bear. Are there bears?
Yeah, I honestly couldn't tell you, Carly.
There's no bears.
I honestly couldn't tell you. Okay, I have to make an account. This is going to take me some time, but I'm doing it slowly.
Yeah, do it. It's really just like an email stuff. Then and then you can
I was not born in 2013. There we go.
Then you can figure out what wand you have. My wand is like really powerful.
Well, clearly my Patronus is very powerful.
No, your Patronus is not what that is. Not even close.
Oh my god, it was freaking hilarious.
Not even close. They're literally yanking your leg. If anything, if you would have answered differently, I guarantee you they would have said your Patronus is Iron Man.
Okay, but now see, my thing is like, if I do this. Oh, hold on.
Okay, you want to know what my wand is?
1 second. I have to like set up my freaking house. I know I'm Slytherin, and I'm afraid if I do this, I'm gonna get freaking Hufflepuff or something.
No. You're fine. Just answer truthfully, and then when something seems like it would be Slytherin, then just pick that because you are Slytherin.
Theta Knight, Electricity.
Applewood. Yeah, my magical wand is 12.5 inches.
Of course it is.
Any lady listeners out there, I'm going to say it again. My wand is 12.5 inches. Plant flexibility. I have a dragon core in my wand. Very powerful.
Fresh part. What?
Very, 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 very powerful. All right, let's see. What scene are we on? Okay. Here's a huge plot hole. Or I guess we're not there yet, but oh my god, such a huge plot hole. This is probably the biggest plot hole in the entire series.
Which is?
The freaking necklace. Right?
1 second, I'm about to get sorted. I swear if I get anything other than Slytherin, I'm not. I told you I'm gonna get Hufflepuff.
I knew you were a liar.
I am a Slytherin. I know. Like I've done 1,000 quizzes. This is the only one that's ever said that I'm a Hufflepuff. Okay, let's do my Patronus. Let's see what I actually would be.
Please, for the love of God.
I swear if I get bear again,
There's no bear in the Wizarding. You can search that Forbidden Forest high and wide. There are no bears that exist.
You must answer quickly and think of your happiest thoughts and try again. Okay.
I can answer that for you. Your happiest thoughts? I don't understand. Why did they execute Buckbeak?
Because freaking Malfoy's complained.
But why do you have to kill it?
My Patronus is...
Just let it go.
Pi Blade mare? What the hell is that?
What the fuck is that? A what? What animal is it?
I'm assuming it's a horse.
It sounds like a pie, like some type of dessert.
Here, let me send it to you. I think it's a horse. Oh, no. Okay, for the fuck of it, I'm gonna do my wand as well. Let's see what my wand would be.
Your wand would be 7.5 inches.
Did you say 17.5 inches?
7.5. Very sizable.
I have brown eyes. I was born on an even number.
A piebald mare? What the fuck is that?
I don't know. Hunter intelligent. Traveling alone down a desert road and you reach a crossroad. What do?
Panic.
Right towards the sea, right towards the castle, left towards the sea. What do you fear the most? Fire, darkness, isolation, heights, or small places? In the chest of magical artifacts, what would you choose?
Hermione. I'm trying to remember, when did Hermione started to become like really attractive?
Silver dagger. Okay, let's see what my wand is. Chestnut wood with phoenix core, 13 inches, and unyielding flexibility.
13 inches?
Yeah.
These quizzes are made up.
I demand a rematch on my house.
There's no way your wand is bigger than mine. There's no way.
Didn't you say yours was 15 inches?
Mine's is 12.5.
Oh.
You know,
I'm so cheesed that I'm in Hufflepuff. Not that there's anything wrong with Hufflepuffs.
It's like, not about the size, Noor. It's about how you use it.
Right. Okay. Well, this was fun. I still like the bear answer a lot better than.
We'll forget about that.
What this is.
We'll forget about that ever happened.
What? I'm never forgetting about that.
A freaking bear. That makes literally no sense.
Why are people like... Oh, who's this?
So you agree that this is the biggest plot hole in the entire series, right? The necklace time travel thing.
Can you please explain to me how it's a plot hole for you?
It's time travel. How is it not a plot hole?
How is time travel in a wizarding world a plot hole?
For when they decide to use it and never use it again. They cannot be serious that they only used it to save this bummy ass uncle or a godfather.
They did. They never used it again.
Why wouldn't they?
Which now I'm thinking about it. Why wouldn't they?
Why wouldn't you use? Why?
I'd literally go back all the way and take back to the beginning of Goblet of Fire and make sure Harry's name never went into it.
Exactly. Or, depending on when McGonagall has it,
she gives it to her second term. So in Chamber of Secrets, apparently.
So why wouldn't McGonagall use it to go back in time to save those students' lives from when the Chambers of Secrets was first open?
Oh, that too.
Or just anything. Assassinate Voldemort if that's how you feel.
You're right. This is a pretty big pothole. In Azkaban. Oh, I love Sirius as well.
You see this? This is what Azkaban gets you. Mentally unstable. It's not humane. Azkaban is not humane.
Neither is like Guantanamo Bay, like that prison.
Exactly.
No. I know this is completely off topic, but I broke a nail. I'm so sad, but I'm going to get my nails done tomorrow. And I'm going to go see Bullet Train, so you'll be getting a review on that.
It's that Brad Pitt movie.
Yeah. Honestly, Carlin, I think at this rate, I should have my own sub channel on your channel with my like reviews on watching movies that come out in theaters, because I go see them like literally the week that they come out and just give you my review.
Yeah, why not?
I've been saying to do this. I've been doing this for like a year now for you.
Every time this is the first time you've ever brought it up.
No, it's not.
It's very foreign to me.
I've texted you about this. I mean, I maybe did it in a joking way, but like...
I contacted you a year ago, like, hey, you know what? Maybe you should do, like, reviews or something. And you're like, no. If I can't
send you voice notes
from it, then no.
I could send you voice notes of my reviews.
Yeah, that would be good. Although, I don't know how to save those voice notes from, like, the text. You'll have to, like... There's an app that I know that you have to get, and it's, like, a lot better.
We can work out the logistics later. But I mean, if it's something that you actually want, it wouldn't be long though. It'd be like less than like 5 minutes. Because like I can't talk about movies like that much.
Why on earth would he do that to Snape?
Because he wants to know about Peter Pettigrew.
First off, fuck Snape.
Fuck Snape?
Yeah, he's been hating on me since day one.
He never hated Harry.
He 100% hated Harry.
He didn't. He did because he's technically the reason why Lily's dead, but also being Lily's child and how much he loved Lily.
No, that's not the reason.
He didn't hate Harry.
That's not the reason. Every time he looks at Harry, he said, "You should have been made from my semen, not your father."
Oh.
I remember when I first saw this scene in theaters, it scared the living hell out of me.
Sorcerer's Stone, the end where like Voldemort like turns into that dust thing and comes right like through Harry, that scene scared the living crap out of me.
Yeah, that shit was scary too.
In Chamber of Secrets, that whole basilisk scene scared the living crap out of me.
That wasn't scary. The spiders, that's what's scary.
The spiders were scary too. Yeah. That giant Aragog was scary.
I can't believe that thing is living in a fucking
After that,
forest.
Nothing really scared me in Harry Potter. But mind you, I was 7 and 8 when the first two came out. And I think that from the second one to the third one, instead of being a year difference, there's like almost 2 years difference. So I was a little bit older for this one, so I wasn't as scared.
What's up with Peter Pettigrew? Why is he such a bitch? Isn't he Gryffindor?
Peter Pettigrew was a Gryffindor, yes.
Yeah, you see how that shit doesn't matter?
All 3 of them were Gryffindors.
That should taint the entire Gryffindor house just as much as what Voldemort has for Slytherin.
I think Peter Pettigrew was a Gryffindor.
He's a Gryffindor because
yeah, he was.
I remember from the books that him, Black, Lupin, and his father, they were like a group, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was like in school. Get off me.
I swear I know the actor Peter Pettigrew from somewhere else, and I just don't remember where.
Oh, he's in Sweeney Todd. He was amazing in that.
He was in what?
Sweeney Todd.
Seriously?
Yeah, the musical. The movie with Johnny Depp and Helen Bonham Carter. It's actually like
watching Harry Potter for a podcast.
It's actually a Harry Potter reunion, that movie. Because Helen Bonham Carter is in it. And Alan Rickman.
1 second, Carlin. What'd you say? Did you fall back asleep? Oh, no. till 9. I don't know, like I got you at 8. No, but then I went downstairs. I got the chocolate, and then I gave. You were still awake.
The chocolate.
I heard you. So
Wait, is that Shoddy?
That is.
Put her on the podcast.
Actually?
Yes, put her on the podcast.
Shoddy, come here.
I have a question for her.
Okay, here. My friend wants to ask you a question. You're gonna be on the podcast. She's doing like vocals.
Mm-hmm.
hello.
Yes, hello.
How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm just trying to do my due diligence and warn you about your sister Noor. Did you know that she was a Death Eater, or she currently still is?
Okay, so I did know that, and
Oh
I've been low-key trying to gather like an assembly of people to try and alert the authorities of somewhat to try and get her detained and sent back to Azkaban.
Wow.
Back? When did I go the first time?
Don't worry about when you went the first time.
We made a correlation that from Voldemort's belief about only purebloods can live in the Harry Potter world. Right. Noor believes the same thing because she only wants to date Middle Eastern men. She's a part of his army. She's actually a commander.
She is. She's actually in the hierarchy of Bellatrix Lestrange.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they went to high school together. I don't know if you were a part of that crew or not, but yeah.
No, I just hanged out with the black kids.
Oh, the black kids. No. Noor hung out with Bellatrix Lestrange, and I don't know, something happened between them where they're just no longer friends. I guess it's because Voldemort trusts her more.
Voldemort's an idiot. We've been talking about that too.
Oh no, he's low-key a genius.
No,
low-key.
His name is actually Dumbledoofus.
He's dissing. What part of the movie are you guys at? Oh,
it's Peter Pettigrew. He's about to go away.
He's an interesting one.
So you're a Slytherin, right?
I am, yeah. Only because, I find myself a little conniving sometimes.
Finally, some likable people in this podcast.
You do have Ravenclaw in you because of your intelligence.
My sister just informed me that I may have Ravenclaw because I'm quite intelligent.
Well, listen, we already talked about like all the stuff that can determine what house you're in, like cunning, brave, all that stuff. It's just broad horoscopes. That doesn't determine anything.
Right. I think my sister's a combination of all 4 of them. I think so.
All 4 of them?
Yeah. She got a little Hufflepuff in her because she's low-key shy. She's got Ravenclaw in her because she's also intelligent. Gryffindor because she always does the right thing. And Slytherin because low-key she's a bitch.
She does the right thing?
Yeah, I mean, I see it at least.
Shadi, I think you've been living with a stranger your entire life.
No, you're so lucky you have no headphones in. He is talking mad shit about you.
Don't doubt it.
Yeah. Ah, okay.
She just confessed on here on another podcast episode on how much she cheated throughout her school years.
Oh, right. Maybe. Well, that was just like, her weak subjects. I'll give her that.
What were my weak subjects?
Your weak subjects is, like English.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah. I did say subjectives, so like I also have weak English. Yeah.
That's right. You majored in English.
I did. Oh God, he just paged me on the fact that I majored in English. So what else do you know about me?
I know that you also date outside your race.
How do you know this?
No, what?
So my sister just like talks about me. I think my sister's my biggest fan.
Ew, don't say that. What did I say?
She didn't say anything. I actually have a house elf there gathering information as we speak.
Oh, no wonder I hear noises in the corner sometimes.
Yeah.
I just thought it was our house ghost named Priscilla.
Yeah, you have to be very careful. He's very vicious. He's very dangerous. His name is Mr. Buttons.
Noor, have you seen our house elf? There's a house elf here apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, you have? Oh, okay. Where have you seen him?
In the kitchen.
In the kitchen.
Whoa, that's prejudice.
Oh, that's rude, Noor.
That's very rude. She knows that elves do nothing but cook.
because elves do nothing but cook, right?
No, that's just where I always see him.
Yeah, I know this shit.
That's where she always put 2 and 2 together, Nor.
Oh man, Prisoner of Azkaban's like one of my least favorite. I have to say, it's just so long.
Well, we discussed that this movie has the biggest plot hole in the entire franchise, and
Plot hole.
Yeah, it's the necklace, the time travel.
Okay.
There's no reason why they would only use that once throughout their adventures.
Oh, so you're saying it doesn't get enough credit?
Right. There's no reason why they would not use it to maybe save the lives of the first victims of the Chambers of Secrets opening all those years ago. There's no reason why they wouldn't use it to save Harry's parents or other people who were slain by Voldemort.
But you know that you can't really change the past.
They literally changed the past.
Oh shit, no, I don't want to be thinking about that because then I'm gonna just be questioning the whole series.
This is why I didn't want to do a podcast with him for Harry Potter.
Shit. No, you know what? See, this is where I'm gonna leave because I love Harry Potter and I don't want there to be no potholes, no nothing.
It's all great conversation. You should be on an episode.
I should. Let's do a scary movie.
He doesn't watch scary movies.
You know?
Don't listen to Nor. I watch scary movies.
Oh, you do, just behind her back.
Well, sometimes when I watch them, I make this noise. It's not a scream. It's more like a high pitch, manly grunt kind of thing.
Wait. Okay, that is a cute combination. You said high pitch, manly grunt.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it a scream or a screech. That's it's.
So how does that actually like sound like? Because high pitch and manly grunt, I oxymoron here. Like, how do those fit in the same equation?
Well, have you ever like sucked in helium from a balloon?
Yes, I have.
Now try to do a Simba roar.
You know what? The next time there's a helium balloon in the house, I'm going to be thinking of this conversation, and I'm going to get my sister to record it and send it to you.
To tell you, take in some helium and do your best Hulk impression. That's what it is.
You know what? Okay, Noor, the next time we get a helium balloon, remind me to just do a Hulk impression. Just remember that, okay? Okay. Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Well, Carlin, it was very nice chatting with you.
Thanks
for the intel on Noor, by the way.
You're welcome.
I did not know that. I did
Be careful.
Thank you. I will keep you posted on, any sketchy shit she does.
Yes. You're
the house
very welcome.
Actually will probably keep you in contact.
Oh, they will.
Oh, they will. Okay, good. Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of the movie.
Of course.
And we will chat soon.
Of course.
All right. Bye-bye. Have a good night.
Hello.
No, is that you?
This is me.
I need you to do me a favor.
Yeah, what is it?
I need you, because all you have is like your headphones right now, right? That's what you're speaking into?
Yeah.
I need you to take your headphones, put them on Shadi, tell Shadi to sit where you are, and then listen to this last part. It's very important. I need you to go to the other room and just wait until the movie's over.
You're very funny.
Yeah, but your sister was spitting some gems about her Harry Potter knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
She also said she knew you were a Death Eater, which is very awkward.
Well, I guess maybe I didn't keep it a secret that well.
Obviously not.
Obviously not.
Who grows their beard out like that? I don't get it. Oh, man, I didn't even do any editing today because I felt so bad.
Why? What'd you do?
That's my stomach.
Oh, because your stomach.
Yeah, it's literally like, just in bed, trying to sleep it off and then eat those chewables, which I only had one. I don't know if I should have another one.
Like big chewables? You mean like those like Tums and stuff?
I think that's what it is.
I usually take 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
And this is literally where the movie begins, in my opinion.
No, this is where the plot hole begins. Like, what is this? Woman, how long have you had this? Hermione, you can't be serious. The fact that she only uses this for classes is beyond stupid. There's no way, bro. There's no way. That's why when you add anything time travel related to a movie is automatically just stupid.
So Endgame to you is stupid.
Oh, have you not heard about the plot holes in Endgame because of that?
No. I draw the line. I don't want to know anything about the plot holes in Endgame.
There are literally over 200 hours of people explaining this.
No. I'm good.
100% people explaining it. Right?
No.
Because they made it.
No,
they literally made a time machine. And
No.
you know if they made it, they can make it again, Noor.
No.
Everything with a time machine in it is stupid. Back to the Future. That is a very stupid movie.
Oh, Back to the Future is like classics. I love those movies.
I think it's a classic because of the time it existed in, where people were more than welcome to watch incest on screen and call it sexy.
Incest? When was there incest in Back to the Future?
His mom. You don't remember that scene?
Right, yes. I do now. I do. Well, incest is best. I can't believe I just said that on a podcast.
What? I'm editing this as we speak, and I'm sending it to your job.
That's fine. But the quote comes from, I believe, the Kardashians.
It comes from you.
They said it once. No. I'm not that clever.
This makes literally no sense. Everything that they're doing. Why would you go at this time to do this? Right?
Yeah.
Like, what are they doing?
They are trying to save Buckbeak.
They don't have to.
But Dumbledore said that maybe 2 lives could be saved. And the second one was Buckbeak.
Dumbledore is an idiot for the 15th time. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Just go get Peter Pettigrew. That will literally save the life of a Sirius. Who cares about Buckbeak? Right? Look, there he is. Why here of all things? And what would it matter if people see you? You shouldn't be there. You existing there is like a continuum collapsing awfulness of time traveling.
I don't know the rules to time traveling.
The rules are very simple. You don't do it.
Well, you're telling me you wouldn't travel back in time?
No.
You had the opportunity to?
Absolutely not. For what?
Would you jump forward to the future?
No. For what? There is... Okay, so if you read a book called The Power of Now, there's actually no such thing as a future or a past.
I'm sorry, what?
In this book, The Power of Now, which has sold over millions and millions of copies, the man explained that there is no such thing as a future or a past. There has never been a future or a past. That's just something as a vocab people use to describe what happened in minutes ago, hours ago, years ago. There's only now, literally now.
But something that happened minutes ago would be the past.
That's how that's how you would describe it, but it's not. There's no past.
So what do you so what do you think 2020 is? 2020 is now, or 2020 in our past?
What do you 2020? There's just now. There's 2022.
Okay, but what about the events of 2021, 2020, like 2019, 2018? Like, that is the past. You can't tell me the 2019 is now, because now is 2022.
It is now, because the events that happened back then are affecting now.
Right, which is the past.
Sure, you can label it the past because that's how you can describe it to someone when you're talking about something. But there is no past. There's only now. It's literally what the book is about. All 500 pages.
But there is a past.
How so?
How not so? Like, so like, my life.
You see,
like,
you can't explain it because
no, so whatever I did back in 2017, 2015, like any year beyond, let's say 2022, it's considered a past.
Sure, that's how we describe it because of our vocabulary.
But you wouldn't also say that that's your now, because my now is now, like right now, talking to you right now. But what I did like 3 days ago is what I did 3 days ago. 3 days ago is not now.
Your now is a present, and that's the only thing. You can't change anything that happens in the so-called past, and you have no idea what's going to happen 2 minutes from now, 5 minutes from now. It's all educated guesses.
Right. But if you had the opportunity right now to somehow jump forward in time, you'd be going into the future, but then that future would be your now.
It wouldn't be a now, especially if another you exists in that timeline.
Okay, let's just say there's only one of us existing in a timeline. Like, let's not add variance into this.
But that's time travel. You wouldn't time travel to the future and then you just don't exist, because then you wouldn't be there. You see how time travel is stupid?
No, I would want to time travel and like literally my life just jumps forward. Like, there's no version of me now. But then I would go forward and everybody would already be like, if I'm, let's say, going 10 years into the future, everybody would be 10 years into the future, not just me.
Why not just you?
Why just me?
So you're taking the entire world to the future?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, how does that make sense?
What do you mean, how does that make sense?
So
like,
are you talking about like Click, the movie? Like that type of time traveling? When you say you're taking everybody to it?
I think so, yeah.
But even then, they're not time traveling. They're still in the now.
But they're in that now of that year or of that time.
Which is the now. There is no future for them.
But a year from that time would be the future.
How? When it's now? Like, that's literally what it is.
No, but like,
they would have no knowledge that you did that.
So we're in August, right? September is the future. September is not now. September is the future. When we get to September, it becomes now. And then when you go to October, it becomes the future. Like, the next day is the goddamn future.
But even if you were to go to the so-called future, it wouldn't be the future.
It would technically be the now of that version of you. I get that.
So there's no future.
But there's always going to be a future, because the next day,
whatever future that you're thinking of, it doesn't exist, literally, until you get there. But then when you get there, it's no longer the future. It's the now.
It's the now. I get that. But there's always going to be a future.
There's no way. Whatever future that you're thinking of, you have no idea what it is. It's just a made-up construct. It's a made-up construct.
Fortune teller.
It's a made-up contract. That's just how you describe it. And the book is about living in the now and how people go their entire lives not noticing this, and how humans spend all their lives worrying about the past, trying to fix their fears in order to prepare themselves for the future, and not really respecting the now.
Okay, so maybe instead of calling it future, just call it like a later now.
A later now.
Well, that's what you're telling me, right? Like that there is no future; it's only the now. Because
But
once
you see what
get to the future,
you're doing,
it becomes now. But that's a later now.
But you see what you're doing? You're making a vocab for it to explain what it is. It's nothing.
No, everything is something. You can't just tell me that like the future is nothing. The
It's
future
literally
is tomorrow.
nothing.
The future is tomorrow. How are you literally telling me that right now that tomorrow is nothing?
It is nothing because there's only now. Like for an example, I don't know how much you know about science and how the sun works and all that stuff, but our sun is over 6 billion years old.
Right.
And they calculated that when a sun dies, it turns into a black hole, right?
Right, and we all get sucked into it and we die.
But how old our sun is, it can literally happen any moment.
Right.
And the
future is not promised.
We wouldn't be conscious. We wouldn't be conscious of it, that it happened.
We wouldn't know that a black hole would be formed?
A black hole existing literally takes less than a millisecond to happen.
And then we'd all just be wiped out?
Well, no, that's not how a black hole works.
Well, do tell how a black hole works.
So here's a really interesting thing. A black hole works as in, and it's gonna sound really weird, but anything can be a black hole. Like literally you, because you have I believe it's called a center of gravity.
Everyone does.
Right. So if the right things were to happen scientifically, mathematically, but how the universe works, you would literally turn into a black hole and suck in whatever is around you.
Okay.
Everything that has a center of gravity has a potential to be a black hole. And how a black hole works is when you see a black hole, like for example, if I were to go in a black hole and you would see me, it would literally look like I'm on the other side, but I've literally been falling for the next 2 billion years. And I'm still continuing to fall.
But where are we falling to?
Nothing. That's just what it is. And because things keep falling into it, it gets bigger. You said what?
You're not telling me like that we'd be in a black hole right now. Like if there was
a black hole, we're not in a black hole.
We would know.
No, we wouldn't know because literally what would happen, it would be like you blinking right now. You blinking and literally it's just darkness.
But there is no darkness. But like we would know when it happens.
No, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know.
So you're telling me a black hole could form, we all could get sucked into it, and I could still be fucking waking up the next day and going to work?
No,
and we would just not know that I was sucked into a black hole?
No, you would not be. None of us would be conscious of it happening. We would literally stop existing in some kind of form.
Right. Okay, so we would stop existing. Okay, so like at some point we would know that a black hole did take us.
Right. And that hole will continue to grow and grow and grow until it just grows. It's crazy, isn't it?
It is. Sometimes whenever I think about these things, I'm just like, honestly, you know what I've thought about recently that I'm like thinking that it's more and more and more and more true? Like, you know how like the Hunger Games, have you seen the Hunger Games?
I saw the first one and I saw half of the second one. I think that's my next podcast episode.
They're okay movies. I'm not going to say that they're great movies. I've read the books and I've seen the movies, and the movies and the books were relatively like
Katniss was black, wasn't she?
No, Carlin. No. Anyways,
she was black.
So you've seen the first one, how they like pick people from the districts and they put them into like the little game confrontment thing, and they have to like survive. Mm-hmm. Honestly, sometimes I think that like Earth is a freaking like Hunger Game kind of situation, and like our sky is like mechanically made, like there's like, you know how like in the Hunger Games like they could change it from like day to night like with like a switch of a button. Like I honestly think that sometimes like we are living in the Hunger Games. Like it's like sometimes when I look up to the sky, I'm like, there's no way that this shit is real.
I'll be back.
Where are you going?
Bathroom break.
Oh, okay, go.
Oh god, my headphones. Keep that thought, Noor. I can't control these things.
We honestly talk about everything other than the movies on these podcasts. But you have your mother's eyes. It's always in the eyes. I definitely like the Prisoner of Azkaban book a lot better than the movie, as I said earlier, just because the more detail that it talks about, like the Whomping Willow, the tree, Lupin, even like the friendship that he had with like his dad, like Harry's dad. I just like the book a lot better.
Oh. Okay, Noor, I'm back.
Okay.
I apologize.
All good.
Cho Chang called me. I had to respond.
Of course. There's always a girl with you.
You said there was a girl with me?
I said there's always a girl with you.
Have to give them what they want.
Yeah, so I literally think they were just like literally living in the Hunger Games.
Oh, with the sky changing and all that stuff?
No, but not just that. But I'm just saying, like, sometimes I literally look up at the sky and I'm like, there's no way that this is like real. Like
What?
how does our existence even make sense? How does our universe even make sense? Like how does anything just make sense?
It makes sense.
Sometimes it doesn't.
Like what? What doesn't make sense?
Like my existence. How am I existing?
Your existence is literally a probability of like a 0.0.01% that you actually turned out to be a human being.
Like I could have literally been anything. I could have been a tree. I could have been an animal.
Exactly.
Right, but like, what am I?
You're Noor, someone has a really who needs help over her obsession over Harry Potter media.
I don't know. Sometimes I need to get into these thoughts, and I'm just like, it just nothing literally makes sense.
Yeah, I love thinking about how small everything is compared to the universe.
Right. I also think about that too. Sometimes I'm just like, honestly, like we're nothing compared to like what's actually out there. But then I'm like, what is actually out there? You know?
Anything.
Exactly, and that's just like what?
Absolutely anything is absolutely full-hearted. Hopefully, I use that term right. It's absolutely full-hearted to think our planet is literally the only planet out of the trillions and trillions and zillions of planets that can produce life.
Yeah, no, there's no way we're the only ones.
I mean, there's even life. There's even life on Mars that they found decades ago.
Right?
Little tiny germs. And that's where it starts. Those little tiny germs will soon turn into something. Who gave him that broom?
Sirius.
Oh. I thought it was McGonagall. I'm about to say this bitch.
No, McGonagall gave him his the first one in first year.
How you gonna give me a broom and then not sign my permission slip?
So he actually two things that I was actually just gonna mention. So Sirius actually gave Harry his very, very first broom when he was a child, like it was like a little one. Mm-hmm. That like Lily and James let him like play with. Mm-hmm. And it was just really fitting that like Sirius gave him this broom as well. And for you to say that, the permission slips, I don't remember if it was at the end of this like book or if it was in the next one, because in the next one, you know how like Sirius changes to the dog and comes to like the train station with him, and he like talks to him right before he like leaves for like Hogwarts. Mm-hmm. At some point, I don't remember exactly where in the timeline, Sirius does send a like signed letter to the ministry or like to Hogwarts or something like that, saying that like as Harry's like legal guardian, I like give him permission for like any school trips or anything like that like needs my signature, like just accept this as like me agreeing to it.
Who the fuck would accept that?
Huh?
Who would accept that?
I think Dumbledore did, because after
oh
that, like,
my
Harry
god.
Yeah, so Harry was, because obviously it wasn't the ministry, because if it was the ministry, they would have like wanted to know where he was. So I think he sent it to Hogwarts, and like Dumbledore accepted that as,
they would have been like, fool, what?
As permission, like as like his permission to be able to, oh excuse me, got the hiccups, to go on like the other like field trips or Hogsmeades, whatever.
Yeah, that wouldn't fly in actual school. But in Dumbledore's school, it would, because he doesn't care for the students. Always putting their life at risk.
I mean, he is always conveniently not there when certain things happen and, like, the kids are left to fend for themselves.
Mm-hmm. This is an awesome post-credits.
Oh, I stopped it. There's post-credits?
You know, like the like
there's not a post-credits scene, because I know there's one in Chamber of Secrets, but there's not, like, I don't know any other movies that have it.
No, just like the credits of all the actors' names, and just like the Marauders map. It looks so awesome. Yeah, well, I don't know if there's a post scene. Let's see.
I know there's one in Chamber of Secrets. Other than that, I don't think any other movie has one.
Yeah, there's not one. What's the one in Chambers of Secret?
It's just basically it's a shot showing Flourish and Blots, the like bookstore, and it's zooming into like the front of the um like window where like the book display is, and it has like something to do with Lockhart.
Oh.
But like honestly, the scene adds nothing. It doesn't tell me anything. It's really random. And I honestly didn't know that scene existed up until like maybe like a year or two ago. And I've seen these movies like 1,000 times.
The more you know.
Right? You learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah.
And we talked about literally everything other than the actual movie.
We talked about the movie.
We did in certain, because like this, we talked a lot about Harry Potter, which is relatable to the movie and like to the world and everything. But usually our podcasts are always off topic. And honestly, anybody that listens to like podcasts that has me in, like, I don't know how you are with your other guests, but like podcasts with me, we always talk about everything under the moon and the sun, and we always bring up my dating life somehow into everything.
Your dating life only got brought up once.
Well, for now, let's see how many more times you like bring it up.
It was your sister who brought it up. I was just going with the flow.
Oh, of course you were.
Yeah, but thank you again for doing this podcast, Noor. It's always a pleasure.
No problem. Always a pleasure to be on it.
Yeah, and
we're not rating the movie, are we? Because like this movie gets like 1,000 out of 10 for me.
This movie's gonna get an 8. Only because of that huge plot hole.
No, this movie gets like 1,000 out of 10 for me. Like I'm so in love with the Harry Potter movies that like even with you saying that, and I can see that as a plot hole, and obviously like I have my own plot holes that I know about, like the Basilisk and like stuff like that. They still are 1,000 out of 10 for me. I love them. They're just so nostalgic. I have so many memories of seeing each movie in the theater.
Yeah. I remember I saw every movie in a theater.
Every single movie in the theater, and the last one was when they started like the 3D movies was becoming a really big thing. So they like did the last movie in 3D, but they had like times where it wasn't in 3D, and I told myself that because I saw every single movie like non 3D, I'm not gonna watch the last one in 3D. And also, I don't know if you know this about me, but I actually get sick watching 3D movies because like
that's everyone.
It just is so bad. It like I literally vomit every time I watch a 3D movie. So we just like me and my friends we just stop watching 3D movies and we'll just go to like the regular show. But also I've noticed recently they don't do 3D movies that much anymore. I think like I don't know, it was like a phase. But anyways, watched all the movies in theaters, and like I remember watching the last movie where like we had a hyped theater, like they were clapping, cheering, we were all crying. And like all my other ones up until Half-Blood Prince, I would say like I went with like my sister and my dad. Half-Blood Prince I saw with my friends, and Deathly Hallows Part 1 I saw with my friends as well.
Yeah, classic franchise.
My friends. Yeah, it's exactly as you said. It's a classic franchise, and like I really hope that they never remake the Harry Potter movies.
Oh, they're 100% remaking them.
And if they do, and if by then I have kids, this would probably be the only movies that I would I don't want to say force, because I don't want to force my future kids to do anything, but this would be one of those movies where I would be like, no, you need to watch the originals.
And they'll hate you because they say they want to see Selena Gomez play Professor McGonagall.
Absolutely not, over my dead body. But you would like, I would want them to see this. And obviously, like if I do have kids and like they're growing, like as they're growing older, like they'll see my Harry Potter collection, they'll be watching the movies, like, you know what I mean, like when they're at a okay age to be able to watch it and comprehend it, like I'd already be like, not, again, I don't want to use the word force, but because it's something that I like, I feel like, you know, my kids would get involved if they like it, and if they don't, that's completely fine. I would never force them to like anything that I like.
Right.
But if they ever did come out with like a remake of Harry Potter, which I really, really hope that they will not, and if they do, I just really hope that they do it like properly. Like they're not just remaking it just to like make obviously everything's about making money, but I don't want the sole purpose of it to be making money, or like just to keep the fans excited, or to just say that you're bringing out new stuff for Harry Potter, because our generation is going to be growing up older with this. Making a remake, like you're going to be targeting the younger audience, but your older fan base is going to be so disappointed with it if it's not done right. So it's going to be really tricky. So I really hope that they never remake Harry Potter. I just hope that they just leave it as it is, and everyone just enjoys this.
Don't worry, they will.
No. I really hope that they don't.
They will. But all right, Starfighters, that was the movie podcast. Let me know what you thought about the episode. Leave a review if you're on YouTube. Comment below, and I will see you on the next one. But until then, victory or death, Starfighters.